So, hello everyone. So, my name is Sarah, the director from the US company, and our base is in Katy, Texas, USA. It's our great honor to invite Dr. Gorbardhan to share with us the experience about the radiofrequency anti-aging. And it is our first first online academic conference. We will organize the more in the future. I hope everyone can exchange and learn together. Thank you for Dr. G. He is very experienced, and you can introduce yourself right now later. And super welcome, and so happy to invite you to give us the picture. So it's your time. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you, Sarah. Hello, everyone. I hope you can see and hear me clearly for now. My name is Dr. Suresh-Gorbardhan. I'm an anti-aging physician since 1990, and the purpose of today's conference is to give you some insight about anti-aging and devices that I'm using to get good results with our anti-aging treatments. So anti-aging, what is that? Anti-aging means, in fact, nothing else than that while you are growing older, you are becoming older, what we are trying to do is to let you look younger and you feel younger. So while you are growing older, you just feel that you are like 10 years younger, and you look also 10 years younger on average. So that's the purpose of anti-aging. And anti-aging is not only from the outside, it's also from the inside. So we are treating the client from the inside. That's mainly with IV drips, infusions, so to call. And of course, we do that with the eating habit. We do that with exercise. And from the outside, then you are more familiar with the outside anti-aging, especially the face. We are doing that with skin boosters. We are doing that Botox, fillers, Sculptra, and stem cells from your own blood. And of course, we need devices for these things to improve it, make it, bring it a step further. And that's what we have with company Syncoran and USA Mill. They are developing, they have the very nice devices in their program, like the radiofrequency microneedling, the hifu. These are these two devices that I really recommend for anti-aging. Okay, can I have the next slide?
Oh, oops. Okay.
Yes. So if we are talking about anti-aging, the first thing that we need to do is, as I said, anti-aging is also from the inside. So if you want to look younger and you want to feel younger also, you have to change your mindset too. So that means you have to create, you have to develop your new mindset. What is the mindset that I will explain later to you? The mindset means, in fact, the mind means, in fact, nothing else than the way you feel at this moment. This moment is gone. What is the next moment? How do you feel in the next moment? So to create this new mindset, we need a new tool set with a new learning process. So these three things are very important in anti-aging. You need a new mindset, a new tool set to develop that new mindset, and that new learning process that will guide you to that new mindset. Okay? So this is very important. Next slide, please. Yes, oh, this is my credentials. I'm a physician, anti-aging. Let me explain to you, anti-aging also means while you are growing older, you will develop pain in your body, like in the wrist, in the joints, in the neck, in the shoulder. And we are treating these things also with laser treatments and of course with injections. So that's the whole purpose of anti-aging. You do everything that comes with aging. And pain is also one of the things that we have to cover. The Mahatt Clinic, that's founded by me, that's a long time ago. And in 1990 is that. I worked already in the Europe, in the Caribbean, in USA. I'm now back in the Caribbean with the Mahatt Clinic. And I'm the founder also of the MTL method. That is, the M is for mindset, the T is for tools, and the L is for the learning process. So the new mindset, with the new tool set, and with the new learning process. And that will make you feel good and look good. Is that clear? So far, everybody okay? May I have the next slide? Okay, here it comes. In order to create that new mindset with a new mindset, new learning process, one second, let me see, yes. You see on this diagram, you see on top political, social, household environment, work environment, and you see a diagram, 5 dynamics of life, and then you see an image of a face. So everybody, the human being, we all are getting signals, we call it triggers, from your surroundings. And these surroundings are political, social, also that is your private environment, and your work environment. You are getting triggers, that means signals are coming from people and from situations. And mainly these triggers are in today's world, these triggers are negative from origin. So you are getting more negative triggers from your surroundings than positive triggers. I will explain. A trigger is like you are working and then someone calls you and gives you bad news. That triggers you, okay? That's a person triggers you and it goes with a bad signal. But also a situation like you are in your car, you are driving, and then you have a flat tire. The situation is you have a flat tire. That is a bad trigger, it's a negative trigger to you. So how you respond to these things. Now, can I have the next slide? Yes. Now, you see the same diagram, but now 5 tools where you have the 5 dynamics of life that is contents is these 5 things: mentally, materially, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Now, what is that? Mentally means your brain, your education, the way you are focusing in this world. So everything that comes with your brain, we call it mentally. Your focus, your education, how intelligent are you, of course, all these things are in your mentally field. The second field is materially. That means everything that has to do with money, your possessions like your house, your car, your clothing, your jewelries, etc. Can you imagine materially, if you are poor materially, what it causes with your mindset? You know, if you have no house, you have no car, you have no money, what will happen with your mindset? How you will be feeling, right? So materially, it's very important tool in creating a good mindset. The third tool is emotionally. And emotions like anger, like fear, and all those things that we call like the emotional tool, the emotional field. And you know that emotions, that's nothing else than a vibration. It's a vibration of energy. Anger, that's a negative vibration, negative energy. Happiness, it's a happy vibration with happy balanced energy. So we have positive emotions and we have bad emotions. And you can judge yourself. How many good emotions do you have and how many bad emotions do you have? It's, again, maybe 80% we are facing only bad emotion in this world. The fourth tool is physically. That means your body. What are you doing with your body? How the way you eat, the way you sleep, how do you sleep, how you take care of your body, are you doing exercise, and so on and so on. Okay. And the fifth tool, that's spirituality. Spirituality doesn't mean yoga and meditation only. No, spirituality is a very broad field. It's not yoga and meditation only. Spirituality is also that you know what's the purpose of you as a person on earth. What's the purpose of you in your life? Um, Spirituality also means nature. It also means the forest. It also means animals. How do you deal with animals, with the birds, with the flowers, with your garden, and so on? So spirituality is very broad. So not only yoga and meditation. Now, I talked about the 5 fields, and these 5 fields, mentally, materially, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, they need to catch the triggers that are coming from your surroundings. They need to digest those triggers that are coming from your surroundings. And the way they are digesting the triggers that are coming to you, the interaction of these 5 tools with these triggers, that will determine what kind of mindset you will have at that moment. So if the triggers are very bad, but your 5 tools are managing it in a good way, your mindset will be still high, in a good quality, so to speak. But if these 5 tools are chaotically not integrated, and you are not using all the 5 tools, then the negativity of the triggers will influence your mindset in a negative way. So you will not feel good because of these triggers that are coming to you, because you are not managing it in a good way. Is that clear? Can I have the next slide? Okay. Now, you see the same slide, the same diagram, but now on the right side, you see thoughts, choices, behavior, attitude. Now, as I explained to you, the mindset that determines what kind of thoughts you will create. If your mindset is in a high quality, can you imagine what kind of thoughts you will create? If your mindset is high, will you create negative thoughts or mere positive thoughts? Positive thoughts, right? And if your thoughts are good, what kind of choices are you going to make? Good choices. And if your choices are good, how will be your behavior and your attitude? Can you follow this? So it's so important that the triggers that are coming from your surroundings, you have no power on that. But you have power with your 5 tools, mentally, materially, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, to manage these emotions in a proper way so that your mindset, despite the negative triggers, will stay in a high quality mindset. And the mindset is another word for the human software. That means your mindset is pushing you what to do. It's creating your thoughts, it's creating your choices, it's creating your behavior. So if someone tells you change your behavior, you cannot do it from the outside. It has to go in your mindset. You have to know how the mindset is formed, how the mindset is developed. So in order to go to anti-aging, again, your mindset has to be developed in a certain way with the help of the 5 tools. Then you can manage the negative triggers that are coming to you from your surroundings. So it's so important to be aware of your 5 tools. It's so important to be aware of the triggers surrounding you and that are coming to you. And as I mentioned, these triggers are more negative. And the bad thing is, in this complicated world, it will become more negative. Within 10, 15 years, we will have more toxicity and negativity in the world, not only in China or in US or everywhere. And you see the signs already coming, war everywhere now, in Israel, Palestine, in Ukraine, Russia. So everything is look like it's going the wrong direction. Okay, now, So it looks easy, these 5 fields. It looks very easy, these 5 fields, but you must not think that, oh yeah, I'm spiritually, I'm doing yoga and meditation. That means I'm good. I'm taking care of my body. That means I'm good. Emotionally, I don't care about being angry or so on. I'm happy all the time. Materially, I have money. Okay. Mentally means, yeah, I'm focused on the good things. That doesn't mean that you are balanced in these 5 fields. You are balanced in these 5 fields when you are integrating spirituality with physically, with your body, and also emotionally, and also materially, and also with your intelligence. Let me give you an example. You cannot say you are a balanced person when you are doing spirituality like yoga and meditation, but you are not taking care of your body. You are like very fat, or you have a lot of diseases. There's something wrong. There is no correlation between spirituality and your body then. Okay? And also, you cannot say I'm a spiritual person, but all the time you are angry. So your emotions are coming to the forefront. So that means there is something wrong there. The correlation between emotion, body, and spirituality, the connection is not there. Okay? The same thing materially. If you are a spiritual person, you are not looking for $10 million and you are cheating and harming other people to get the $10 million. You know? So if you are spiritual, of course, money is important. But the question is, how much money do you want? Okay, so that's something to think about. Do you want to become a millionaire? You have to work for it. You want to become a millionaire by cheating and lying and stealing? That means you are not balanced in these 5 fields also. Okay, so all these people that you know that are working mentally, they have material, they are working mentally, they are good, they are like a doctor, they are an engineer, so mentally they are very good, their intelligence is very high. Emotionally, yes, sometimes they are angry and frustrated, sometimes not. Physically, they smoke, they drink a lot, they don't exercise, they have a big belly, etc., etc. So that also creates something that, hey, the balance in these 5 tools is not there. Yes? And spiritually, they are doing yoga and meditation, but they are cheating. They are manipulating people. So can you follow me that there is no unity in these 5 tools? So when you have unity in these 5 tools, we have a good correlation with these 5 tools, then the negative triggers that are coming from the top here, from your surroundings, it can be negative as it can be. When your 5 tools are balanced, you are using it in a balanced way, your mindset will stay high. That means in a higher quality. So your thoughts will be in a high quality too. Your choices will be in a high quality. Your behavior and attitude will be in a high quality. And that also will project on your aging process. Whatever you do, you will die someday. We cannot stop that. But what we can do is to delay your aging process with a high quality mindset. Okay? Now, it's easy to say this and it looks easy to do it too, but we have one big problem in this tool, the emotional tool. You know, emotions, let me give you like 1-2 minute more guidance in that emotional tool. You know, you are facing emotions since the day of your conception, the day that you were in the uterus of your mom, the day you were like conceived. But since that moment, you are facing emotions from your mom. Was she angry? Was she frustrated? Um, Whatever, all kinds of emotions that your mom was feeling, you were feeling too as a fetus. Now, the day you were born, and then as a kid, and then as a child, and now you are an adult, all these emotions that you have faced, what did you do with all these emotions? Did you manage it in a proper way? Or you just stored it somewhere in your body? Now, with the science technology, they assume that emotions are just vibrations of energy. A good emotion like being happy, laughing, that's a good emotion. That means balanced energy vibration. An emotion like frustration, an emotion like anger, that's a negative vibration. That's toxic vibration. Okay, so emotions are nothing else than vibrations. So all these emotions that you have faced since the day of your conception till now, they are stored in your body, in certain organs. For example, anger is in your kidney, frustration is in your gallbladder, frustration is in your gallbladder, being upset, anger, it's in your liver, sadness is in your liver, in your lung tops. You see? So all these things, all these emotions, they have somewhere in your body, they are vibrating there like an icon, like a small balloon. I have here a balloon. A red balloon, China means happiness, but now we'll say this is a balloon, that is a toxic emotion, that's like a stamp inside us. And these balloons, every day, all these icon emotions, they are being triggered by your surroundings from here. Political, social, private, and your work environment. And these triggers are negative, and especially in your emotional field, where these emotions are like icons vibrating, they are being triggered on a daily basis. For example, anger. Somebody gives you a trigger and it hits your emotional tool. What will happen? That emotion has the possibility to inflate itself with more toxic energy, just like a balloon. So it's inflated. You see, a person makes you angry. Look how the anger balloon is inflated. And it's not going down. It's not deflating this balloon because another person that same day is making you angry. So can you imagine if you are so angry that the balloon will inflate more and more? You see this? And it can happen that at a certain point, the balloon is so inflated as like the whole room you are in, so bigger than your body is. What can happen is it's full with toxic energy. And because it's so full of toxic energy, it's taking over your mental field, your mental dynamic. That means your intelligence is telling you, don't be angry, don't do stupid things. But the balloon is so inflated that it bypasses your mental channel, and you are going to do stupid things like hitting someone or taking a rifle and shooting someone or a knife. You know, all these things can happen. And when you do these explosional activities like hitting someone, shooting someone, what will happen with the balloon? After the deed, the balloon will deflate itself. So the toxic energy has been used and the balloon is back to like an icon, like a small icon. And then you are back in your intelligence, you are back in what did I do? What did I wrong? But you did the bad thing already. You know, now you feel guilt. The balloon is back. You are back in your mental field. You have power in your mental field again. Not when the balloon was so big, you were powerless. And all the things that you have learned during education and management training, be calm, be quiet. You cannot be quiet if the balloon is so big. You will attack because the balloon is toxic, it's toxic energy. I'm saying it's a balloon, but this mechanism has a name. You are familiar with the name of a computer virus. You know, it's your laptop, and when there is a virus inside in something like an error, and that error is triggered, just like the human being, that error is triggered in your computer, and that error can become bigger. When you hit certain buttons, that error can become bigger. So that software is corrupted, it becomes bigger. That we call a computer virus. If a computer virus is inflating, what it can do with the computer, it's crashing the computer. The same thing is happening with a human being. The only thing is, we are not saying it's a computer virus in your brain, but it's a mind virus. So can I have the next slide? The mind virus is nothing else than the accumulation of all non-processed emotions since the day of your conception till today. It stays like an icon and it vibrates in organs, and they are being triggered on a daily basis by your surroundings. So this mind virus, it's not only for anti-aging, but it's also for your whole, the way you are living your life. So it's so important to manage your mind fires because these balloons will never go away. They are already in your body. They are vibrating there. The only thing what you can do, can I go back to the previous slide? No, the previous one, not the next one, the previous one, yes. Yeah, before this, that diagram, I want to see that diagram again with the 5 tools. Yes, this one. Okay, so what is the mind virus is interfering here in this emotional tool. So when the mind virus is so big, the balloon is inflated, what will happen with the mindset? The balloon, the mind virus will bypass your mental field, it will bypass your intelligence, it will bypass the way you are thinking, the good thinking, the rational thinking, and it will create a toxic mindset. And when you have a toxic mindset, what kind of thoughts you will create? You see, you will create toxic thoughts. You will have toxic and negative choices. Your behavior will be negative also. That's what's happening. That's what's creating this mind virus. So the mind virus will never go away. It will stay in you. But the thing you can do is managing your 5 tools. Everybody has these 5 tools inside you, mentally, materially, emotionally, physically, spiritually. So all these 5 tools you must use on an everyday basis. Of course, you will pay more time mentally things, your intelligence, your brains, and for working hard to earn money. But what about these other 3 tools? You have to exercise these 3 others too on a daily basis. You are not going to do 8 hours spirituality a day. You are working 8 hours materially. You need money, right? But of course, even if it's like 10 minutes a day, you need to do something spiritual. Physically, you need to do some exercise or do some taking care of your body. Emotionally, try to release all the bad emotions that you have faced through the day. Try to release it in the evening hours or even earlier. And you can, of course, I cannot show you here today how you can release these emotions, but of course, we will do it in another session. Materially also, work for your money. The only thing is, what is enough for you? And the mind virus will force you to earn more and more because the mind virus, the only purpose of the mind virus is to bring more chaos and toxicity inside you. So you are not satisfied with $1 million, the mind virus will force you to go for $2 million. So you will work like hell, and what is happening with your body, it will deteriorate. You will get stressed, you will get sick, and you are aging faster, okay? Do you see the line? So can we go back to the next slide and the next one now? Now, so this is aging, anti-aging. So we need to do the 5 fields of life. Of course, it's not only the mindset that will make you delay your aging process. You need some tools from outside too. The 5 tools that I showed you, these are tools from the inside. Now we need tools from the outside to get anti-aging on the next level. And I mentioned to you things like Botox, fillers, Sculptra, skin boosters, and all these things, stem cells. But on the 3rd level, also, you need some devices to make you look good from the outside. And there are many tools, devices to cover the outside. But what in my anti-aging clinic, what I faced is that for now, there are other good devices, but now I'm telling you 2 devices that are very important and that these companies, Syncoran and USA Mill, are manufacturing is the radio frequency microneedling. And the other one is the hifu, that's the high intense focus ultrasound. So these are very 2 tools, 2 devices that are very effective in that whole anti-aging process. And I'm not that technical. I cannot talk a lot about radio frequency, how the process is going, but my experience is you can do the radio frequency microneedling on the face. The only thing you have to be aware of, how deep are you going? And what kind of energy are you putting? Every client is different. So you need to make a good diagnosis of the face, the quality of the skin. Do you see like fat is gone? Then be careful with radio frequency. Also with a hifu, because this has the tendency to reduce the fat layers in the skin. And I will show you a slide of how, while we are aging, how the fat volume is getting less and less in our face. So radio frequency, not only for the face, but also for your belly, like stretch marks and so on. I'm doing radio frequency with hifu. I'm combining these two devices. Where possible, I'm doing it. For example, when I'm doing the fat layer of the belly, I'm doing with the hifu, of course, but then also given an extra tightening, I'm using the radio frequency. Not in the deep layers, but maybe the 1.5, 2 millimeters I'm going just to create the skin a little bit tightening of the skin. So I'm happy with these two devices. I'm happy with Syncoran and with USA Mill that they are manufacturing things. There are a lot of other devices, of course, from other companies, but what I've noticed so far is these two devices are very easy to handle. The only thing is you need to be aware what you are doing, what kind of client do you have, because it's not like a standard, you use this for this or that. No, you need to make a good diagnosis. Yes? May I have the next slide? This is one of my patients. I did the combination hifu and radio frequency microneedling on the lower face, the jowls, what you can see here, the jowls and the neck. This is 6 weeks after the treatment. I did only one treatment, hifu and radio frequency, and you can see already some results within 6 weeks. The patient came, I didn't make picture for this after the second session yet, but I think it will go better. So this is after one session only, hifu and radio frequency together. Next slide. Everybody knows the radio frequency, how you can go, how deep you can go. These are technical things. And what I'm saying is you have to be very careful how deep are you going and the use of the power. That's very important. I have to make a diagnosis of each client separately because each client is different. So that's my experience so far. Don't go only by the standard, but look what kind of client do you have? How is the skin quality? Okay. Next slide. Yes, this is, I think, USA Mill in America, the new radio frequency device. I think the Syncoran and USA Mill, they can talk more about these devices. I'm using, I think, a device that's not like this, but another one, but the same technique. So once again, I think you have to go into this and see what they have at the moment. And because radio frequency and hifu, that's what I use a lot, the combination. Next slide. This is a standard protocol. I mean, when you are going to start with this or you are already doing it, you can have Syncoran and USA Mill. They make a standard protocol, what to do, how to do it after the treatment. So that's very good. I am not going deep into these things, but there is a program there, you can use it. And once again, you have to adjust for your type of client you have in front of you. Okay, next one. This is, I'm talking about the fat loss phase by aging. You see on the left side here, you see the young skin, and on the other side, you see aging skin. So here we have to be very careful. If you do radio frequency on the face or hifu on the face, watch out how deep you are going, because you don't want to attack the fat layer that's still there. Because if you do that, then the person will look older than it is because the filling is not there anymore. Okay, so be careful how deep you are going. That's a very important thing, and that's what I'm emphasizing all the time. You need to make a good diagnosis which client you have in front of you, and is there a lot of loss of fat tissue and connective tissue? then you need to be careful what you are doing. I'm combining these kind of clients with Sculptra first. Sculptra, that's the connective tissue that I'm injecting with the cannula in these spots. And then like 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, I'm doing hifu or radio frequency or together to tighten the skin then. But then I'm not going deep, okay? Because that's, you are reducing the volume of the person then, okay? So be careful. You are not willing to have fat loss in your face because the client will look older and you are promising that they will have anti-aging, but you are using the hifu and the radio frequency in a bad way. So be very careful what you are doing, okay? Next slide. Now, these are some pictures I'm doing. You see, I'm younger here. Conferences in the Caribbean. Next slide. This is the clinic here in Suriname. The whole ground floor is the clinic, and some rest areas are above when I'm doing the IVs. Sometimes people want to rest a little bit. They can go upstairs and they can, relax for like an hour or something, half hour, and then they go home. Okay, so this is the clinic in Suriname. Next slide. Thank you for your participation. I think it was, I hope, in fact, that it was a very learning process, and especially the mind virus issue. The purpose is also, if you want to learn more, I have to check with the representatives of Syncoherent and USA Mill if we can do a follow-up on this conference, but we will let you know. And I think if there are some questions, I'm more than happy to answer these questions. So I think, Sarah, you will guide the question, the Q&A, the questions, and I'll do the answers, yes?
Yes. If anyone have the question, please just open your voice and ask directly.
Yes, I have a question.
Okay. Yeah. Anyone have the questions? You can just directly open your voice. Oh, here Julie's ask, are clients working out of the door after hifu seeing result, or it always take time? Julie's questions.
Yes, hifu that you have to tell your clients, hifu and radio frequency, it's not always a quick fix issue. The tissue needs time to heal and to rebuild. And it takes almost like 2-3 months before they can see results. And my experience is, on average, I'm doing 2 sessions at least. Sometimes I'm going to a 3rd session. But remember what I said to you, I'm also combining the hifu and the radio frequency with Sculptra or with Skin Booster or with biostimulators. That's what I'm doing, yes? Is that a good answer for you?
Thank you. Julie says, okay, thank you. And just now, the Oli Ria has asked a questions.
Yes.
Here Sophia asked a questions. Is high frequency and hifu done on the same day with the same modality?
Right, yeah,
yes.
Right here.
Yeah, I'm doing hifu and radio frequency as a joint something, not with every client. If I see, hey, I did the hifu with good power, then I'm not doing the radio frequency anymore. So you have to judge at the moment how the client is, how the skin is. If I do hifu, then I'm with the radio frequency, I'm not going too deep. I'm just doing the superficial layer and not in a high power. Okay?
Okay. She says, okay. And just now, Olivia asked the questions. Are you still here? And you can just ask your questions directly. I remember you just asked questions.
Yes, I'm here. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I've understood that hifu and radio frequency are not supposed to be used together. There should be like a 90-day separation.
Yes, it's I'm going off label with my devices. It's maybe I combine other things too. In fact, you are right. You have to separate it. But as I said, if I do hifu, a good session, then I'm looking if I can introduce on the same session, a little bit of the radio frequency, but not too deep and not with a high power.
How far after? How long after?
The same session, like 10 minutes after that, I did the hifu. But I agree, it's an off-label thing. It's more like my way of working with it. But I'm making the diagnosis of the client very carefully. I'm not doing it with everybody.
Okay, so case by case basis. Okay.
Yes, so you have to look. Once you get more and more experience, you will see yourself that you will start combining it. Okay.
What about hifu with creolysis?
I didn't hear the last part.
What about hifu and creolysis?
Cryotherapy.
Oh yeah, yeah, you can do that too, but I'm not so experienced in that one. I'm more experienced in hifu, radio frequency, Sculptra, skin booster, biostimulator like stem cells from your own blood.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you. So if you have any other clients, have any other questions, you can just ask directly. Okay, so seems there do not have other questions. Okay, so thank you so much for Dr. J's wonderful sharing, and thanks to all of your guys about the your time. Oh, there have another questions. How many weeks we need between each sessions?
I'm taking a time, again, it depends on how the client is. A minimum of 4 weeks.
Minimum of 4 weeks.
Minimum of 4 weeks, and sometimes I'm looking to 6 weeks or even 8 weeks between sessions. Okay?
Okay.
But it depends on the quality of the skin also, and how young is the patient, how old is the patient. Okay?
Okay, thanks. Any other questions? Okay. Okay. Thanks all of your guys about your time. And this video will record and we will send this video on our website and also on YouTube channel. So if you guys do not see the first part, maybe you can review the whole record. And thanks for everyone's time. Hope you have a great day. And if you're and also welcome to Dr. G's clinic. I'm a HATT clinic in the Suriname. So if you have any other questions and near to this clinic, you can talk to him face to face. Okay, so thank you so much for everyone. And
thank you, Sarah. Have a good night.
Okay, have a great night. Bye.
Yes,
bye. Bye for everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Hi. Bye.
Thanks so much for your time. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Yes. Okay, bye.
Goodbye. Bye.